Hi, everybody, and welcome to Word Crash Course. And this is for NDSU students and who are intending to use this information for their dissertation or thesis. The first part is in paragraph formatting. And for this course, what I'd like to do is just start with a blank document. Now, the first thing I want to show you is basically what is a paragraph. And if you go right here and you click on this, anything in Microsoft Word that ends in one of these is technically considered a paragraph. Now I'm going to build some body paragraphs here. And that's just some word, just some little code to give you some boilerplate paragraphs here. And you can see it's just some stuff that they threw in there so you can have something to work with. And so all of these end in a paragraph. The same thing could apply to a heading. So let's say if we go with introduction, that ends in a paragraph right here. Now, the way that I usually go about formatting a paragraph in the most basic level is right in here through the paragraph settings. And inside of here is pretty much anything that you might want to do to a paragraph. So for our guidelines, we're going to need a 1/2 inch first line indent, and we're going to need double spacing. If you hit OK, we're off to a decent start. Now, let's say I want to make this one a body or a block quotation. That would need a 1/2 inch first line indent or a 1/2 inch regular indent. And there we go. Now we've got a block quotation. There's a lot of leeway with block quotations. You can set these to be single or double spaced, for instance, and we'll just go with setting these to be single spaced. Now, one of the things that I want to show you with that is this format painter. So if you click on the format painter, it'll basically copy what's here for formatting and paste it in over here. You can do that a single time, or you can click it twice and it'll stay applied. As you can see, that paintbrush is still there, so you can kind of go paragraph by paragraph through. The final thing I want to show you is to keep an eye on line spacing. Within the paragraph settings here, if you go to double space, you're going to want to go to 0 points after. And what that does is it removes that extra space right there. Now we can go ahead and grab that format painter and apply that spacing everywhere else. It's always going to be double space with 0 points after. Single space paragraphs, for example, this block quotation here, they're always going to be single space with 12 points after. And again, the nice thing about the format painter is, let's say I want to make this one a block quotation. All you have to do is just copy and go to there. As I mentioned, you can do all kinds of things inside of this paragraph settings box. This tab here is good for things like keep with next, which means if you have a heading at the, for instance, at the bottom of a page, it'll push it to the next page. Widow and orphan control should always be kept on. And some of the other things here are fairly self-explanatory. But if we go back over here, this one here, I'm going to set to be level 1 of my outline, and I'm going to set it to be centered. So that's that right there. So again, you can do all kinds of things inside of that paragraph settings box, and it's worthwhile exploring it. But with what we've done here, we've basically given ourselves a little bit of the foundation to move forward into the next thing, which is Microsoft Word styles. And that's going to be the focus of the next lesson.